All right, guys, Shotty T here. We have another video. I know it's been a busy week of videos. I was actually out of town past couple of days, but we are just hours away. Well, 9 hours away from week 3 of season 4, and it's an important week coming up. So I figured I put this video out today, and this goes for anyone that's in season 1, season 2, and season 3 because these seasons do follow similar overall structures. So the first couple of weeks is all about building your resistance to as max as possible. So everyone by now should have their resistance, or at least should have at least completed all of their Doom Elite zombie levels, because either you're individually has been ahead of the curve and got yourself to the ideal resistance to get all the zombies and the Doom Elite First Bloods, or if you're not there, ride the coattails of a teammate to get yourself there. And remember, I said what you can simply do is just run a rally with one person. But I can't do that right now because I'm about to start farming for day 1. But all you got to do is just do a rally with one person. All you do is just click on that and then just clear everyone off, and then you just put one person there. Just put whoever your lowest hero is and just put them there. That way you'll minimize troops while marching, and then that way you can kind of do that. And I have to remember this setup here. I think it was here. Okay. Yeah, so just make sure that you get yourself to level 60. Now, like I said, farming for Versus is about to start soon. I think there's still some time because I think all my slowest gathering squad, I think it might be ready for 12s. Let me just check real quick. It might be already. Let me just nope, got 20 minutes. I still got 20 minutes before I'm ready to start farming, because you want to make sure that you're gathering the biggest resource that's as close to reset as possible. So that's what you want to do. All right, so give you an idea of what's going to happen next. After you get your resistance at the ideal level, usually, if not already, because I think in season 1, Mason might have already been deployed as a legendary hero with the ticket. If not, it's definitely this week. And if I'm correct, I believe this week is also going to be Sarah, because if you've been doing your ideal, again, doing the stuff you're supposed to do during the season, which in season 4 is keeping your lighthouse on, that means that this week coming up should be Sarah's turn to turn legendary, because it looks like I'm on pace to have that ticket by sometime tomorrow. So yeah, so that's gonna, of course, I'm gonna try to see what her abilities are before and after. So I'll probably try to do like a split on that, so that way you guys can see it, because you don't want to use all of those shards and stuff until day 4 versus, because versus, man, we had a very epic versus week. It was back and forth. Both of us won 3 days, but we won the 2 most important days. Day 1, which is that 1 point dangler, which makes a big difference, and enemy buster day, which you get 4 points for that. And so we won 4 and 2, so we won 7-6. So it was tight back and forth. Kudos to that alliance. I think they're the leaders, the server president of server 268. So they fought really hard. But so shout out to them. But yeah, so this upcoming week though, now we are going to get more into the transition, more into the fighting part. So I have already, just to kind of show you guys what I'm doing. You don't have to do what I do, but like if you're a development account, I recommend staying at engineer. But if you're ready to fight, I've already, let's go ahead and do this first. Yeah, I'm still converting that to quartz. Yeah, you got it. Whenever these things refresh, do that as soon as possible. I probably missed the boat on that. Let me make sure there's nothing else here. I'll do that flare later. Okay. All right. So, but yeah, so as far as but by profession haul, I've switched it up to War Leader because now I'm ready to fight because War Leader just got way more fighting stuff. So that's what we're doing there. Of course, as you guys, in case you guys are wondering, I'm saving those boxes for day 2 versus. So I'm still keeping the main thing the main thing. So again, you always got to keep all the stuff in mind. And I put out videos for day 2 versus months ago, so make sure you check that out. And I'm waiting for the buff for this research. So yeah, so I'm still doing all the fundamentals in the game. All right, so we got that. We're ready. We got Trade War that's about to start. Now, I think the trade post is probably going to open up this week because Season 3 introduced the trade post. So hopefully the trade post this year is much better than, well, not this year, this season is much better than last season because I heard that it should be. So we might try to see if we can get a trade post and if it's the same as last season, you're not going to be the only ones fighting for a trade post. You're going to have people in other servers fight for it. So in other words, we can go to another server to take out a trade post, especially if that server is weaker. So maybe we can have that discussion internally. And then faction awards will officially be unleashed. So I'll talk about that as well. And also give a more detailed breakdown on the season rewards because I don't think they were fully previewed when I previewed season 4 before it started. And then the battle copper contest starts a week and 9 hours from now. So this is basically just like season 1, 2, and 3, where you had your rare soul wars, you had your myth. I forgot what they call it in the other season, but basically you're just fighting. You're fighting for resources, and this literally determines where you finish and you're in the leaderboard, and ultimately where you finish in your rewards. But a lot of this, I think, season 4 really tests you from a standpoint. If you were too greedy, gathering too many strongholds and cities, you're gonna really get humbled during the copper contest. So I think we kind of strategize ourselves to be in the ideal place that we should be, so that way we should be able to handle the level of competition that we're gonna get based on people that have the same amount of copper that we do. So that way we can still look to get our season goals at the end of the season. So just again, this upcoming week, be ready to prepare. So this is like a transition period. So if you're not at level 60, if you're not at your ideal resistance by now, get there. If you can't get it today because you're gathering, farming for day 1 versus purpose, just do it on day 1. And plus day 1 versus, you get credit for stamina use anyway. So if you ain't got it by now, just wait for day 1. Use all your stamina to get to level 60 because I'm definitely going to be pushing that in our alliance for people that are not at level 60 to go ahead and get those first blood kills. Because again, if you upgrade these outside season buildings, no matter what season you're in, this in the long term increases your profession. And the higher you increase your profession levels, the more you can unlock some very cool stuff. Because the stuff that's on the left side, that's permanent stuff throughout your account. The stuff that's on the right side, they're season specific. But the gold stuff, there's some cool stuff that gets unlocked when you get to levels 80 and above. And of course, level 80, you unlock these tactical cards that are in the middle, the gold ones. So you want to make sure that you are sticking to the season objectives, upgrading those buildings, upgrading your profession long term. Because again, you get a lot of cool stuff. Like one of my most favorite things, and of course for the war leader side, I like this here. You reduce your training time instantaneously. So I like that there. And of course, you get more attack base when you're attacking enemy. You get this is a second level of that. There's already a level 1 of that down here. So you get 2 levels of that. You get 2 levels of reduced damage reduction. And now this I can care less about. But on the other side of the equation it's probably got one of the most broken things in the game, and that's this here. One more time, you get that to level 5, that's 20%, and we talked about that before. And it was so good they had to nerf it. They had to nerf it when it came to this particular season profession here. They had to nerf it for that. So that's how OP that is. So you definitely want to move yourself up the profession ranks. Like I said, level 100 doesn't unlock until season 3. if you're doing all the right things. You have to kind of, because I didn't get to level 100 before the end of season 3, so it's going to be a stretch to get there by the end. But by season 4, you should definitely get to level 100. By season 3, your target should be at least level 80. That's a really good goal everyone should reach. And I forgot what the threshold was in level 2, but whatever the highest one was there, try to get there. Same thing for season 1. So, but yeah, guys, prepare now. This is where all the harvesting that you've been doing is about to take place. You got one more week left, guys. One more week. This is what the season's all about. All right, guys. Well, again, make sure you get your farming out the way for day 1 versus, and take advantage of whoever your opponent is this week, because all those resources still matter too. All right, guys. Like, share, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification, and I'll talk to you later.